Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so we will start with the vowels, huh? So remember,
Okay.
we have got 8 vowels. From these 8 vowels, 3 are short vowels, 5 are long vowels. Okay, look at the board, look at the chart here. A as in R, and A with the dash on the top, the diacritical mark, they call it on top, is R. R, R. E, E. U, U. E is pronounced A, and O is O. So E and O are automatically long vowels. Okay, so we got 3 short vowels as A, E, U. The rest of the vowels are all long vowels. And then we come to the consonant. Consonant, we have got another 33 consonants here. K as in K, KH as in Ka. Ka. That is guttural. G as in G, GH as in G. G. And then N with a dot on the top is pronounced as NG. It is similar with the M with the dot below. M dot below or on the top makes no difference. There's only one alphabet, one letter only. Only M with the dot below and on top are the same. But for N, they are different. N with the dot on top and N with the dot below are different pronunciation. We will come to that next time. Okay, then C. C as in ch, and then CH as in ch. Ch. And J as in j, JH as in j. J. And then N with the muruku, with the cursive kind of with the cursive diacritical mark on the top, it is pronounced as NYA, near, near. That's a bit nasal. You must pronounce it through your nose, near, near. Now comes to the next line is T. Maybe sometimes you don't worry so much about T. T with a dot below is actually, I call it palatal. It means you have to pronounce as T. Or here the chart they say retroflex. They call it retroflex or cerebral. Cerebral, but I still will say palatal easier. We use common terms easier to understand. That means your tongue must hit your palate. Your tongue must hit your palate when you see the T with the dot below, it is T. T. Okay? T without the dot is T. There's a difference. T with the dot below. Now we are on line number 3. Richard, line okay, number 3. T with the dot below is T. T. They call it retroflex or I call it palatal. It's the same thing, but your tongue must touch your palate. T. 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 Okay? So TH is T. 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 D also same. D. D. And DH is D. D. There's a difference when the dot is below T and below D. And then your N, DH is D. And then your N with the dot below. N with the dot below and N with the dot on top are different. But M is the same. M, there is no dot on top or dot below. There's only one letter. But for N, it makes a difference. Remember, okay, N with a dot on the top, we say it is NG. Remember, so N with a dot below is actually just as T. So it becomes N. N. Correct. So you must your tongue must hit the palate. N. N. So there is a difference. There is a difference when the dot is below N. But for M, there's no difference. For M, there's no difference at all. Yeah. Then you come to the next T. T with no dot and all that is normal T. 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 T with a dot just now was T. T. This is T. 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 T is the. That means it is dental lah. That means your tongue will hit your front teeth lah. The. But with the dot below is the. There is a difference. Without dot is the. With dot is the. So TH without dot is the. As in teeth. But T with the dot below and H becomes the. But this one you don't worry so much because we won't stress on this too much. Then D is again D normal D, and DH is normal DH, N is normal N. Okay, N with nothing is normal N. So remember, if you look at it, N, there are 4 pronunciation for N. M only 2. N there are 4. Remember, you see first N with a dot, N with the muruku, N with the dot below, and N with nothing. So there are 4 sounds for N, only two sounds for M. Okay. I know it's a bit complicated now, but I think slowly when we do something, then we refer to this, and then you understand better. So P is normal again. P as in per. Per, PH, per, PHA will be per. Per. They call it labial. Let me use your lips. Per. 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 That's labial. That means you use your lips. Per. 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 And M will be normal M. M. Use your lips again. M. Yeah. Then Y, R, L, V, S, H, L will be the same. Okay, up to H will be the same. Same as our normal English. Y, R, L, V, S, H, normal English pronunciation, English alphabet same. L below will be a little bit, you can see says a bit palatal. L.
Meditation.
And then M below will be pronounced as NG. M below NG, L may be L. Okay. Anyway, when we start chanting, we will revisit this one, then easier to understand. Okay, any question up here?
Clear, yeah.
Okay, Okay, next slide, what do you have? Okay. So A as in hut, short A, hut, short A, or long A will be barn, as in barn. E as in bit, and long I, long I is as in double E as in tree. Yeah. U as in put, short U, put. Or U, long U as in moon, you drag a bit like double O And then, okay, now you come to the E, E as in bed. This is exception, exception as in bed. Or E as in cake. Normally, E is a long vowel. Most of the time, E's are all long vowels. Remember that. Except, our exception here is E when they appear before a double consonant, meta. You don't say meta, you say meta. Because there's double T there before that, so meta. If there's only single T, then you pronounce as meta. Correct? But because it's double consonant there, so it's meta. Meta, karaniya, meta, sutta. Sutta, the S-U-T-T also, it is sutta. Meta, sati, because it appears before double consonant. Then for O, also same. When it appears before double consonant, okkamati. Yotang. Otherwise, if it's okkamati, as one K means okkamati. But because it's double K, it's okkamati. Yotang. If it's single T means yotang. But O and E automatically we drag. Unless it appears before a double consonant. Okay, up to here, no problem.
No problem.
Richard, boleh
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, never mind. As we chant, I will tell you. We will refer to this again and again most of the time. Then you become strong in the vowels lah. So these Pali phonetics are very important lah. So our pronunciation is based on this Pali phonetics lah. Not Sri Lankan way or what way lah. Ours is actually basing on the Pali alphabet way, Pali letter. How you pronounce the letter is how you pronounce the word lah. So our pronunciation is, in a way, it is as per the Pali phonetics. That means accurate lah, in short lah. Accurate lah. We pronounce it accurately lah. Okay. So next slide, what do you have? Okay, C as in church, D as in dot, D with a dot below as in dot. Remember dot, dot. And then D as in TH, the M and N as in NG as in sing, N with the dot is as in not, N with the muruku is like near, T with the dot as in top, T normal as in Thai, TVA we pronounce as tua in Malay language. Okay, TVA is tua, bodhisattva. That's why we say bodhisattva. We say bodhisattva, but in Pali there's no bodhisattva, it's called bodhisattva. But we get used to it. We say bodhisattva most of the time. Most of the time we use the Sanskrit word. Sometimes we use Sanskrit words, Okay, then the dental T and D are pronounced as with the tip of the tongue. Place again the upper teeth. Okay. T and the. That means it's dental. Okay. So any question up to here?
Okay.
Okay, next what do we have? Okay, these are aspirated consonants. Aspirated consonants such as k, g, t, d, b, b. We have to pronounce H immediately following. Example, we pronounce variable kema. Kema. E is dragged, automatically dragged. So kema, 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 or kemang, kemang. Datu, datu, datu. Datu. You must pronounce the H lah. Datu. Not datu, datu, datu lah. Datu, datu. So for some consonants which are repeated in Pali, such as B, B, C, C, AH, and all that, pause slightly. Pause slightly between the double consonant. Remember, we always say Sabba, Satcha, Buddha, Dhamma, Metta. Double consonant, we must pause. That's why it says here. So double consonant, we must pause. For some consonants which are repeated in Pali, such as BB, CC, DD, GG, JJ, KK, MM, SS, TT, YY, we pause slightly between the syllable. For instance, Sabba, Satcha, Metta, Buddha, Dhamma, Okkamati. So double consonant, we must pause. So the Pali word for TE is Tuehang, Tuang, which are used when reciting for others. They more for others lah. And they are replaced with me. If you are chanting for yourself alone, you are chanting alone, we say Bhavatu me, no Bhavatu te lah. If you are chanting in the group, we say Bhavatu te. The rationale is simple lah. The rationale is I bless you, you bless me lah. Because we are together, see. So I say may you be well, and then you will say may you be well. So collectively we say may you be well lah. Correct. But if you're alone, you say may I be well lah. When you're alone, you say may lah. May I be well. My hang is mine. Mang parang. When you're alone lah. When you're alone, you use the word may or my hang. But when you're with others, we always say Bhavatu te. Bhavatu te. But you're alone, you say Bhavatu me. May I be well. But I'm alone, see? But if I'm with you, I say may you be well, and you also will say may you be well, see? because we're chanting together collectively. So the you is commonly used. I say you, you say you say you, everybody say you, so we all get the blessings. But when we are alone, we say I lah. May I be well and happy lah. But when I'm with you, I say may you be well and happy. Then you say may you be well and happy. So we are sharing lah. So that's why they say we use te when we are reciting for others, and when we recite for ourselves, we say may. The reason is when we are chanting together as a group, we convert all the may to te. But if we are alone, we say may. Bhavan to may. Okay, anything else after this?
No more.
Okay. So basically, I've introduced the Pali Phonetics again. Okay, as we go, as we chant, I will tell you to refer back to this clause, refer to this clause.
Okay.
Okay, now maybe it's still it is still vague, I understand. But don't worry, when we do our next sutta, then I will refer back to you. Okay?
Can.
Any questions here? Brother Lau, ada apa-apa kah?
Just like going to university.
Kindergarten or university?
Yeah, a new language.
Brother Tana, one question. Our English alphabet, the F, the Q, the W, and the Z is missing. Any reason?
Yes. We don't have F, we don't have W, we don't have Z. Yes, agree. Yeah, that is why the W is replaced by V. That's why we say happy Vesak, but we spell as V-E-S-A-K, Vesak. This is accepted by the UN because in UN we have got annual UN Vesak Day, United Nations. They celebrate the Day of Peace, every year. So we spell that as V-E-S-A-K. It is accepted internationally as V-E-S-A-K. So if you want to write Vesak, Happy Vesak, you put V-E-S-A-K, not W-E-S-A-K. Because actually in the Pali phonetic, there's no W.
Okay.
You correct now. There's no W, there's no F.
No Q and no Z.
Yes. Okay. No F is replaced by PH.
Oh, PH.
PH is per. Okay, that is, we say per. But there are some scholars will use PH as F. They say per. Okay? Okay. Now, Pala, P-H-A-L-A, Pala. But some scholars will pronounce as Phala. Okay? They would PH represent F. Although for us, we still use PH as PH lah.
I see. Okay.
B is definitely W. Z, I don't see any word with Z lah. If there's Z, I'm going to replace by what? I don't think we have anything with Z lah.
Q also no replacement. Q.
Yeah, Q also we don't have. Yes.
Okay.
There are few alphabets that you realize. Very good. I forgot to tell you this. Yeah. So some alphabets are missing, but the very prominent ones will be the W, which is replaced by V. So if you see any Pali word, that's why sometimes you see I pronounce as Veramani. If you put Veramani, you're also right. But sometimes you notice I pronounce as Veramani. I pronounce as W, Veramani. And also for F, there's no F. So PH, some people will use PH as F. P-H-A-L-A, Phala, Magga and Phala, the path and the fruition, Magga Phala. Some people pronounce it Magga Phala. Although I choose to pronounce it Phala, but some okay. So if people pronounce as Phala, you know why they pronounce as Phala, because there's no F lah. So they use PH to replace F.
Okay.
Thank you very much for highlighting this. I forgot actually. Yeah.
Buah pala.
Buah pala. Okay, kita cakap buah pala. So kalau in Pali, you can be buah pala, Yeah. Because some scholars, you give them P-H-A-L-A, they say phala. But most of them will use phala lah, Magga phala. Seldom, I have heard before from one of my lecturers use the word phala lah. He says mugger father lah. So I say, why father? PH one. He said PH is F. Okay. But other lecturers don't agree lah. Okay. Okay. So, but thank you very much for highlighting this one, because I have forgotten to mention to you. There's no F, there's no V, there's no W, there's no Z, there's no Q. Yeah.
But Brother Tan, the Wesak, they are used to use the word W lah. Happy Wesak, the family and all this.
But if you can, you change it to VESAK lah, because actually the official spelling is V lah.
Because sometimes Vesak we print the flyers,
Yeah.
we use the word W.
Yeah, but if you are printed, it's okay. It's not wrong also lah. Yes, but if you can, you change to V lah, because in the Pali Phonetics there's no W, is it? Pali there's no W as a letter in the alphabet.
The president not here.
But go ahead also can, because in English is W lah, because it's pronounced as W. Although I write VESAK, but I will pronounce as Happy Vesak. Not Vesak, you know. But some people want to put V means they pronounce as Vesak lor. Also can lah, do some minor things, don't worry lah. But to be very accurate, I think use V. V is accepted internationally as Happy Vesak. Okay?
Is WESAK pronounced as English Vesak, no? Is it English?
Yeah, English is called Vesak lah. Yeah, WESAK lah, Happy Vesak lah.
It's in English.
Yeah.
So VESAK is in Pali.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you put WESAK, so tak salah lah, because you pronounce it Vesak, so they put Vesak lah, WESAK lah, orang putih put W lah. Although that in Pali it is VESAK lah. Okay. But accepted internationally as V now lah. Accepted by the United Nations, V. Okay. In the United Nations celebration every year, they put there as VESAK, Vesak. Okay. Any more questions before we move to Ratana Sutta?
This pronunciation for Pali is different from the English pronunciation, right? Most of them. He has his own pronunciation.
And okay, most of the letters that Y, R, L, V, S, H are the same. K is also the same. G is also the same, except that they have got extra vowels. Okay, the vowels, you know that we got extra lah. Instead of 5, we got 8. Okay, fine, very clear. Consonant also we have extra because of the aspirated consonant, the H. In the English alphabet, there's no KH, there's no GH. Correct? English alphabet will be K, G, that's all. J, T, D. But in the Pali, they have got the KH, which is called the aspirated K. Aspirated K, aspirated G, aspirated C, aspirated J, aspirated T. So these are the ones that make it extra lah. The aspirated alphabets are KH, GH, CH, JH, TH, DH, TH, DH. And also they've got extra with the N. The normal N is pronounced as in English alphabet, normal N. But N with a dot on the top is pronounced as NG. N with the muruku is pronounced as near. N with the dot below is pronounced as N. Not normal N lah. Normal N is N. But this one is N. And near and Ng. So these are the difference. Otherwise, they are all the same. Otherwise, the normal C is the same. The normal K is the same, the normal G is the same, and Y, R, L, V, S, H are all the same. M, we've got a difference when M with the dot below is NG again. So there are differences with aspirated. I think, okay, remember this way. Aspirated, there's difference, okay? That means aspirated alphabet, you got K, G, C, J, T, D, T, D, P, B. These are aspirated. So this, we've got aspirated alphabet. Correct? And then for N, we've got 4. We've got N with dot on top, N with dot below, N with nothing, and N with the muruku on top. So there are 4. So N has got 4 pronunciation in the Pali alphabet. In the English, there's only 1. N, N, finish. So this is how you can dissect lah. M, we've got 2. One is pronounced as NG, one is the normal M. Correct?
Yeah.
N4, M2, K2, G2, you know, like that lah. With the aspirated lah. GH means aspirated G lah. G, G. Of course, you have to learn guttural, dental, labial lah. It's shown here lah. Guttural is G, G. And then dental will be T, T. Labial is P, P. You know, and then palatal will be T, T, T. Utter, utter, utter. Utter, utter. Utter, utter. Utter means another, utter. So you have to learn all this later lah. We come to all that. Okay. Okay. So are we done?
Brother Tan, one question.
Yeah.
Like the names are like Kontana. If you pronounce English, it's Kontana. Pali is Kontanya, is it?
Yes, Kontanya.
So for names, do we pronounce the Pali way or the English way?
Actually, we should pronounce the Pali way lah.
Yeah, because sometimes when we tell children Jataka stories, there are a lot of names involved.
Yes.
So, but in the text, they don't write those dot thing, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If they don't write the dot thing and then you won't know lah, you know, then you can pronounce as the orang putih way lah, you know. Although it is not correct lah, but for chanting purposes, we better focus on the dots and all that lah.
So when we teach the children the Jataka tales, so we pronounce the orang putih way lah. The name.
I guess it's okay lah. I guess it's okay. If you can, you teach them to pronounce correctly lah. If you can lah, but
the Pali way,
if it is,
because it's
if it is there, you should pronounce correctly lah. If it is there, otherwise, tell them that actually this one have a dot here, this one has a dot here, and it should be pronounced like that. Because these are names, you know.
Yeah.
Names better if you pronounce it more correctly lah. Kondanya. Okay, another way. Okay, another thing you have to remember about names is there are feminine and male lah. For men you say le, Ananda. The A will be the Ananda, but if for lady will be da.
Oh,
So lady will be da. The name of countries normally are feminine. Then we say Sri Lanka. We don't say Sri Lanka.
oh, okay.
Sri Lanka becomes masculine. So the correct name is Sri Lanka. If we can, if we cannot, there's no problem at all. It should not be a big issue, sister. But if you can, okay, you have to learn because you see, in the Pali language, there is masculine and feminine also. Okay, and neuter.
Yes.
They've got neuter also, you know. So generally, we are not going into that detail, but generally, I just want to guide you. It names lah. For names, if it's the male, we always say Ananda. Okay.
Okay.
If it's female, Ananda.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't see a female name Ananda, but I'm just giving an example lah. I'm just giving an example. Kema can be Kema also. If you say Kema means it's a male lah. If it is a lady, we say Kema. Kema. If it's a man, then becomes Kema. So
Brother, maybe you should start a Pali class.
Oh, I'm not qualified to teach Pali. Pali, I'm learning on my own now, actually, which is actually I don't think it is important at the moment now. But I don't see it necessary for you all because you know why? Unless you want to do your own research and you want to interpret the sutta your way, correct? Because for us, we rely a lot on people's interpretation. Number one. But when we learn chanting, like I've said, we try to identify the words. Then at least every stanza, if we can identify one or two words, then we know the meaning of the stanza. That's all. I think good enough for us.
Enough.
Unless you want to be a scholar, you want to reinterpret the Ratana Sutta, for example. You may not agree with some of the terms they use. So if you know Pali language, it is helpful. But we are not scholars, so I don't think it's necessary. Although I have interest to learn that, but I don't think it is necessary for me to guide you all. And I'm not qualified also. I have not gone through a formal Pali degree or diploma course. I only go for the Buddhism course only. This Pali is an extra that I put my own effort. So I don't think I have that qualification to teach all that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
But you can ask me a few things, I can guide you a bit. I'm most happy to share what little I have acquired on my own.
Okay, thanks. Brother.
It is very complicated one, because they've got male, female, neuter. Actually, so you have to know, rivers are female. You have to know that countries are female. So things like that. So it is very complicated. More complicated than German. German also has the same roots, same roots as Pali, the Indo-Aryan language. Same roots, same roots, except that Pali is a little bit more complicated than German. So if you know German, you learn Pali is very much easier. Very much easier. So for Germans to learn Pali is very much easier. So that's why we've got a lot of German scholars who are, Buddhist German scholars. Among our first Buddhist scholars are Germans actually. Most of these scholars earlier on, although they use Buddhist names, but they are Germans.
I see.
Venerable so and so, many of them are Germans. Yeah. They will understand the Pali language. They can read the Pali very well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I stop sharing this one.
Yeah.
And then I stop recording, yeah.